We did a sweet potato check yesterday, and we looked into the sweet potatoes as far as whether or not there would be any vole damage and what the size were. We uploaded the short, and it worked out so well. We got 8 decent eaters out of the one plant and 2 little mini sweet potatoes. Sweet potatoes are the last harvest we have to do. It's one that we've kind of put a lot of work into. This whole patch is sweet potato, and then up here we've got more sweet potatoes as well. Here, I want to bring you in on this. This is what sort of kicked us into harvesting sweet potato mode. When I moved these vines away, I can see that the sweet potato basically heaved out of the earth. And so it's still rooted to the ground. It's still rooted in there, but it's fully exposed. So all it takes is just a humdy-dum vole come around here, or a field mouse, and say sayonara to that nice sweet potato. And then that vole and mouse brings all of their friends, and we lose half our sweet potato crop. Okay, so first things first, what we're gonna do is we're gonna take up the vines. We're just gonna cut them down, and we'll give the vines to the rabbits and to the chickens. It'll be free food for us and kind of alleviate the food bill for those particular animals. And it's like a giant mat carpet of these sweet potato vines. So I'm just gonna leave myself about half a foot of the vine left to act as like a flag, so that when I'm looking for where the sweet potatoes were planted after the DeWitt weed cover's removed, I know where they are, I know where to find them. So this is the amount of foliage that comes off of one sweet potato plant from the start of the season to the end of the season. Now we just have to take up the DeWitt. Look at this ground. This ground doesn't have a weed or a grass blade growing on it, which is pretty cool. This DeWitt really does an excellent job. Not sponsored, by the way, but DeWitt, get at me. I'm like a walking sponsorship for you. It's like a tarp material. Watch what happens when I pull it up. Look at the ground. There's no weed growth. There's no grass coming back up. It lets water through, but it prevents all kinds of weeds and grasses and pests. And the dig's about on here. I've got my weapon of mass destruction. This is really the tool that I like to use the most to dig sweet potatoes. This in my hands. I also have a little trowel to help every now and then, but I prefer using my pickaxe because if I end up spearing a potato, it's generally only one potato. Whereas if I use a garden fork, sometimes I'll go through 2-3 potatoes and they'll be ruined. Okay. Oh wow, look at this one. Holy potato. Yeah! Look at that. That's a good potato. Oh man, I'll tell you what. This one, like I said, the potatoes aren't giant, but it's been making a lot. From this one plant we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I would say 8 bake size. It would have been 9, but I chopped straight through one. This one plant here by my pickaxe, it sent potatoes all over the place, but that's again I think because of the way we planted them. We had our slips, and at the end of the slips the roots come out in we try to plant them when they're 4 inches long or less, and we planted them over a mound of soil like this. So each root has its sort of own direction to sort of spread out to, and that worked so well with this one. In fact, so well that I speared one straight with the pickaxe. That we're getting 1 keeper, 2 keepers, 3 keepers. This is a big one right here. Holy potato. 4. Oh boy! Look at that! Look at that one! 5. This is the difference, man. This is what we have to look forward to as the years progress and our soil gets better and better. Oh my goodness. Do you see this? Look at the size of this potato. So this is in our 4-year-old soil. I hate that plane above my head right now, but we're dealing with it. Look at the size of this potato. That's great. And that's already 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 potatoes in, and we still have more. 7, 8. I don't care that it's getting dark. I don't care that my back hurts. You know what I mean? I don't care that I'm sweating. This is so worth it. Okay, not much else. Not much else out of those runners. But boy, look at that. So this is the soil that's been getting our rabbit manure, our chicken manure, our compost. Look at that. Yeah, you can see it. That's awesome. That's awesome. So I'm really looking forward to what more and more soil development will bring, because this soil right here, we've been working hard to add nutrients to it with our compost, our manures, and this is just a sign of that abundance. That's just really cool. And especially since, you know, our goal in a few years is to be not 100% self-sustaining, but to be rather self-sufficient. And this is just a sign that, you know, we're meeting our goals, and I'm really happy about that, because we put hours and hours of work into this. This isn't something that you can do, you can't half-ass this. You know what I mean? If you want to go for it, you got to spend, especially over the summer, hours and hours a week into your garden and into your livestock. But when you see the results, it just makes it that much more worth it. And so I'm really happy about this. And it makes it easier because even though my back hurts and I think I ran out of sweat, I'm gonna keep digging, because each new plant is kind of like a new little treasure you get to dig up. And I'm just really happy that the homestead is growing year by year. So it's kind of cool just to sit here in the garden and listen to all the sounds. All right, so we've finished our first night of sweet potato harvest, and I couldn't be more pleased with the results. This table represents all of the sweet potatoes that we could have kept from last year due to vole damage. So stay tuned. We're gonna do day 2 of harvest tomorrow. It's day 2 of the sweet potato harvest. Yesterday, things went really well. We harvested these 2 rows of sweet potatoes, and we've got more sweet potatoes than we had all of last year. So it was a great success so far. Today, we've got another 1 row, 2 rows, some scattered right here, 3 and 4. Oh boy. Oh boy. Oh buddy. Yes! Look at that! Yes! This is a great sign of what's to come for day 2. Good way to start off the day.
I'll move them to me. So you pass them, you pick good ones and you pass them to me.
Holy moly, we got 2 big ones.
Woohoo!
3 big ones. We got 5 good bakers out of this one.
Dad, look at what I made. I made a heart out of the sweet potatoes.
A heart out of the sweet potatoes, okay.
There's 2 more. Put a little more.
Oh, that is a good,
Whoa, that's
that is a good straight
Whoa.
batch of sweet potatoes. That's a good bundle of sweet potatoes right there. Oh my goodness.
What?
Ooh, I found a really
Oh my goodness.
Ooh, really, really
We just had a baby.
Wow.
That's not really
Wow.
fully.
Look.
The girls are distracted. Whoa, guys, look at that.
Look at this.
Oh my! It's like 1 feet.
Oh, that's
long.
one potato. Here, go ahead, hold that. Yeah.
That's awesome.
1, 2, 3. The swan.
Oh yeah, cause
What do you think?
What do you think?
Yeah.
Yeah. We got the head right here.
It's one plant.
What are those? Those are just all from one plant.
One plant.
Those are from the old garden too. Good soil.
Ooh, you're right next to one. That was close. Here we go.
Oh, yowza.
Looks like a heart.
Check that out.
Lungs or something?
Looks like a volcano just
Could be it.
sprouted up. This is gonna be epic, I think. Oh, that was a good one. Feels like somebody's cracking your back.
Oh, jeez.
The grand reveal.
Oh, man. There's
Woo!
3 of them.
What?
Still some reachers up there, but here we go this one. Oh, my goodness.
Wow. Look at that. They're enormous.
Wow.
All right, so we're in the basement here, and we've got our sweet potatoes laid out, and they're ready to sort of just chill down here for a week or two until they cure proper. We did a bit of math, and I'm happy to share with you our sweet potato math. We've got 3 categories of sweet potato. The first category are these little guys. We call them fingerlings. These are the kind you can buy in the store. Arrow. Yeah, Arrow loves sweet potatoes. So anything that you have about the size of your finger or smaller. We've got 2 large basketfuls, and if I had to guess, each basket was around like 15 pounds. So there's definitely a few weeks worth of food there. So we've got the fingerlings as one branch. Then we have the bakers. Sorry, buddy, excuse me. We've got the classic baker. And then there's another category of sweet potato that's upstairs in our pantry. We call them quick eaters. Those are the ones that have been either spiked with my pickaxe, or they've been damaged by insects, but not to a point where we couldn't eat them. Part of our homestead goal here is to be able to support ourselves at least through the winter, but maybe even through the year. And in order to do that, we need a certain number of sweet potatoes. We want to eat sweet potatoes once a week for dinner. And at dinner, we want 5 potatoes, or at least 5 servings worth of sweet potato. So if we need 5 sweet potatoes for the year, 52 weeks in the year, that means that we need 260 sweet potatoes. And now here's the grand tally. As far as the quick eaters we got upstairs, there were 10 of them. The baskets of fingerlings, we've got 2 giant baskets full. We're not even counting those. And then we've got 255 bakers, which puts us to a grand total of 265 sweet potatoes, which means that we could eat 1 helping of sweet potatoes for dinner once a week for the entire year. I'm so happy about this harvest and excited to share this with you. This is just sort of one more step in getting to a more sustainable homestead here at Hill and Creek.
So we did it. Here's our harvest. We brought it all inside and on the table to show you what we got.
Yeah, so this year we got a heck of a lot more sweet potatoes than our previous year, and I think we finally beat the voles to the punch. Last year, most of our harvest was wrecked by meadow voles, and this year, I think, like I said, we got to them early enough.
Yeah, we chose to dig out at least 2 or 3 weeks earlier, and I would say this is 4 times as much than what we got last year.
Yeah, there was a little bit of damage due to ants in some of the potatoes, but it was like almost just like surface pitting or surface scarring. There's nothing inside of the potato, which was good.
And it was everyone helped out, bringing them in and trying to find them in the ground. So it was neat to see it all come together.
Yeah, it took our family 2 days to harvest our potatoes. And they were 2 days of working from when we got home from work to when the sun set beyond the sunset. And it was all pickaxe and hands. So it was a lot of sweat. Definitely needed a few Tylenol after the harvest, but I think it was so worth it to see this abundance of sweet potato on the table here.
And the best part, we could even take all the leaves. We gave them to the chickens and the bunnies. So nice way to use some of the plants right away as well.
I don't know about you, but I'm really happy about how this harvest turned out, because this is kind of like a sustaining food crop. This isn't something that will spoil in a short period of time. This is something that the girls eat.
Yeah.
I'm really happy that we have the ability to do this here at our homestead and on a 1 acre property. I think this is phenomenal. Tell them about our secret storage method and who you learned it from.
So we just, my mom, she has grown sweet potatoes. Now we can compare the size of each of ours, but she just lets them sit out for a little bit. The skin has to really dry well. Then we just wrap them in newspaper. We hide them in boxes. And then they just lay in our basement.
I like how you say we hide them in boxes. It's like we're trying to hide them from I don't know who, but
from light.
From light, yeah, sure. Another cool thing about the sweet potatoes on this table is that all of these sweet potatoes were grown from slips that we started as a family way back in, I want to say, April we started. Mm-hmm. We had all of the mason jars around the back sliding door.
So our slips from the spring came from our sweet potatoes, but our original use of those sweet potatoes came from my mom. So from her garden to this one, it's pretty cool. They keep propagating. And the line from that place to here, that's really neat to see.
Yeah, it's kind of a cool passing down from family to family, generation to generation here.
Are they heirloom sweet potatoes?
Heirloom sweet potatoes, I guess you could call that. So we're really happy to share this video with you.
If you like this video, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe to Hill and Creek Homestead.
Happy harvesting.
September is Childhood Cancer Awareness Month.
And in support of the cause, we visited The Cure Starts Now. It's a wonderful organization. We'll leave a link to it in the description. But they use all of the money that they get in research of more aggressive forms of childhood cancer. So from all of us at Hill and Creek Homestead, if you're a family that's fighting through childhood cancer right now, just know that we're praying for you and that we're lifting you up.
If you feel called, please check out the link in our description where you can donate to the cause.